Hey, thanks for coming over. This is Amodeus. Today, let's talk about saving time and energy. So, what you see on the screen right now, this was my first Elder Drake 10 and Steel Widow 10 teams. Now, you heard me right. I built a team that could do both, so I could just focus on one team. The team composition is pretty simple. We have a tank in the form of Garai, we have two healers in Xenia and Zircon, and our two damage dealers are Amodeus. So let's peel that back a bit as we run through Steel Widow 10 together. So I'll just skip the waves since in the beginning of the game, this is just about surviving, not about speed clearing. For me, I found that Steel Widow 10 was easier than Elder Drake 10, and that probably doesn't surprise a lot of you, but for others it might be a little shocking. So that's just the way it rolled with the monster, or the champions rather, that I had in my box, and especially when I decided to put this team together, because my strategy was really to incorporate four things to help handle both of these raids, Steel Widow and Elder Drake. And that was number 1, immunity, number 2, heal, number 3 was ongoing damage, and number 4 is skill cooldown reduction. So if you just look through your champion collection, I'm sure you would be able to come up with these exact same champions if that was your search criteria. And what I found was that as long as I focused on being able to beat Steel Widow, I was able to get better at Elder Drake until I was able to get through it with this team once they were all 5 stars. So let's switch over to Elder Drake 10, speaking of which, and let's look at its performance over there. So for me, the great part of this team was the lack of dying. This was by far the most consistent early team comp I had, and when you need to grind Steel Widow hour after hour, those wipes add up. And I'm not just talking about they add up in lost time or lost energy. I mean, it's super frustrating. And what happens, for me at least, once I built a team and it wiped occasionally, I would start fiddling with it and changing gear around. Now I'm wasting money, I'm wasting time. And all of that was pointless because I had a team that worked, it just didn't work fast enough. So what it really taught me was some patience, right? So with this team, what I found is I was able to more consistently grind out disc shards, the Fuzzle Puff fodder, and of course the champion gear that you need. And this means that whenever I improved the gear on one champion in this team, I improved all of my major raid times. And I improved all the consistency on all of my raids because I was using this for basically everything. It also stopped me from wasting that time and energy I was talking about earlier, figuring out what to do with this team, since it was already kind of doing it all, and I didn't need to build superfluous units and kind of go through and make stuff up that, you know, didn't need to be made up. So unfortunately, the thing about this team is that it is super slow, and it cannot give you the patience you need to grind out enough discs to pull your first Nat 5 or the champions you need to get a pre-flight team working, but it will stop you from experimenting with mercenaries and the spearmen like I did. So I'd like to hear what your basic team was for beginning in the game. Drop your comments below. Thanks again for coming over. Have a great day. Bye.